All right, welcome. It's May 27th for our study room Zoom, Presence and Practice. Glad we're all together. And this is the first phase where we do some breathing, body movement, become centered in ourselves. So I guided a little bit, but do what helps you. Um, so I always like to move around a little bit. Anyway, move around, but just, you know, turn your head, your neck, stretch, raise your hands, your arms. And then we can settle in and be still-ish. Um, yeah. All right. And then now if you want, we're gonna be still where we kind of like go on that inner space on the inside and connect with our spirit and God's spirit, where we are together. We are in union. So if you want, just give yourself a hug, close your eyes. Let's take some breaths together, just breathing in. And then make that exhale comfortably long, engaging the parasympathetic nervous system. Just gently letting your body know this is a time of quiet safety. And breathe in and out at your comfortable pace. And the verse that I woke up thinking about was, and I might change the words a little bit, but I'll start with the way I know it is. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. So just let that linger in your mind, in your heart. And I just want to expand like that we're in Christ and Christ is in us. So allow that reality to come to the forefront of our minds and our imagination that I am in Christ and Christ is in me. So there's this reality that we are operating from. And then when you think about your day, maybe the tasks you need to get done, the relationships you're intertwined within. So I'm pausing to think about those things that may be pressure or boring or overwhelm. I'm just thinking about them, holding them in my mind, and that I can do each one being strengthened or nourished or comforted, whatever the aspect that would be tailored to us. I can do that with Christ, and I will be nourished with Christ to do that task or think about that relationship. It's like Christ and me together. And the source of life is coming from Him to me and with me, through me. So my to-do, my action items today can be sourced and nourished in Christ, and we can do that together. Let's take a deep breath in and receive that. And imagine engaging the realities of life today with him. And when we step out of this reality or realize we are not consciously aware of this, we can always step back with one simple breath. And exhale. In and through Christ, I can engage each task, each relationship, being nourished and resourced by him. I agree with that. I can see that. Receive it with one last breath in and exhale. Amen. And you're muted.
Um, do you have paper? Paper and pen in front of you? Okay, everybody has it? Okay, I just assume everybody has it. And then now, would you express the image or the symbol that you can express on the paper? This spiritual reality, which is Emmanuel, or today he's saying that will be strengthened. And in our community, we've been used the word home. So, but it's whatever that it says, you just tasted it, what it is like to be held by this reality, spiritual reality. God holds it all. Your to-do is held by God. No part is separate from God. You know, that reality, whatever that you call, you can call it home, whatever that is. Now, some people have those images. Barbara had that Switzerland picture, but at this moment, you just access it. I want you to just, it's not any drawing, like it is drawing, but it's what's the symbol? What's the image that you wanna express that experience you just had? So this is a right brain exercise. So just would you show it on the paper? Do you need more time? Or you done? Can you let me know? Maybe you can continue later, but maybe we'll stop right here. Okay. All right. Anybody wanted to share what you express? Yes, Amy. Do you mind showing it to us?
Well, yeah, can't really, I couldn't draw it. It's this, but what came to mind as I was praying, thinking, hearing you talk about it, was a baby in the womb, connected, nourished, and everything. And then I remembered I saw one of my granddaughters born, and she was uh, came out in the amniotic sac. So and she was still connected, but we could see, and it was like such a weird experience because for a second I was like, is she in a balloon?
Mm.
What's what's happening? But it was just so cool to see this
Mm.
baby and this, just still all connected and not knowing she was born and
Ah,
just like, oh, that's how she's been safe all these months. And so just that sense of so held and safe and nourished. Yeah. Um, and Jesus just provides that to us organically, naturally, without like this external thing. Anyway, it just was really cool to me. So thank you.
yes, wonderful. Thank you, Amy. I never think about that. Just so beautiful. Maybe one more person. Yes, Katie.
Not because it's so great, but because it's kind of similar. I thought it was kind of cool.
Oh,
Mm.
wonderful. Yes,
Cool.
yes.
What about that? It's
Yeah,
kind
it's
of
like it was, yeah.
caught up in, all together.
Okay,
Yeah.
amazing. Okay, you don't need to explain it, but do you have anybody who has a similar image like Amy or Katie? Some sort of, okay, uh, you two, okay, you two, Jamie, and anybody else? I'm gonna raise my hands because mine is the same with Katie, that's why.
Wow.
Other shape, please can people share? So if it's not, so there is a out of maybe 12, Amy, Jamie, Jody, Katie, Songshim, the five, because mine, look at mine. Hey, it's weird.
Okay.
So, but then,
Yeah.
okay, see like that, there's some sort of
Ah.
circle. So if there isn't anybody who has a different shape, because I am experimenting something, because we've been talking about home. We try, not try, because that's what I was trained, but I'm just continuously developing and really accessing your right brain. Because even when we want to do home, and like, oh yeah, the Switzerland, and when was the time and place, we do all these things. And then, but whenever we feel so exhausted and we don't have time, your right brain cannot seem to access that. So to me, I'm looking for very primitive, just the symbol and the something that really, but then my speculation was circle being held. And I just want to test it out how you guys capture the each time when we do the acquiring, basically you are accessing their reality. Are you following what I'm saying? So we didn't one person saying the words, but everybody kind of quiet and almost accessing, traveling to your right brain without words, right? Once in a while, a word will pop in, but I don't remember exactly what it say because you are kind of entering into your right brain world. And then we try to describe it with our left brain with words. So instead of describing with the words, How about we express it as a symbol? Then I realize I'm testing it out with my clients. I see the pattern of circle coming in. Always that kind of some sort of, not just circle, just like something hill. So it's like you can see that my list is here, like travel plan is here, humans that you love and you are caring are there, everything, even the part of you you hate, part of you feel proud, everything is held. That's what we've been talking about, right? Everything is held by God's love. So maybe everybody has a little variation. I noticed that once I draw the circle, two hands at the end, it's like, to me, if I see it closely, it's like two hands. Something is just holding way bigger than our capacity, our hand, but something way bigger than all human combined. Something is holding. And that thing,
Mine's an infinity.
yeah, same, say infinity. So same, Diana, thank you. See, there's something there. I am testing it out with a different kind of people. Keep testing it out. Is it my hunch is not correct? Like, is my hunch has validity? It looks like a why human psyche, our right brain, kind of come up with the same thing. It's not one of my clients come up with a Davis star, that thing. But the funny thing is when I facilitate something, my client put it on a four corner. So when you put the dot together, it's another circle. So I was like, this is so weird. Why some sort of deeper within us, without knowing, kind of just like this being held, that this circle kind of has some sort of symbol. So if you don't have a Switzerland picture, can you even draw? When you feel distressed, just draw circle. Just keep drawing, maybe beginning with a 1. You will notice that just wanted to just keep drawing circle, circle, circle. That's your prayer. How about that? Okay, so I'm gonna today is more like, because I was thinking, we've been doing it since October. Some people join in October, some people not. And in terms of learning, there are many things that we can maybe learn, and I definitely want to teach. And then almost in this even community, the information become overloading because it's not the only place you are learning information, overloading. Even I can see the wall of wind, I'm extremely busy as well, the to-dos too. So then it's really hard for you to catch up each even Zoom on Wednesday, right? So then, wow, like producing more doesn't mean that I will stop producing. Like, you know what? Why don't we just pause? And we are actually here to, in a sense, feeding, nourishing our right brain. Probably better than other places we do it. That's why I intentionally wanted to speak slower. Because if I'm in the teaching mode, I just really need to give you lots of information. So I just go intentionally like this. But even then you got to go back if you miss it. Oh, what did she say? I want to, that always feels missing out. And I'm behind. I have to catch up. Instead of being held. So I thought, okay. So I'm going to facilitate something. So you still have your paper and pen? Okay. So I'm going to just read the thing that I already designed so that I can also be grounded and not going all over. So when I say this, I want you to think about something. So just step back. What's on your mind at this moment? Something you know needs to be done. But every time you think about it, something inside of you says, oh, I don't know what to do. I don't know how to begin. Or simply saying, oh no, I don't want to do it. Or sometimes I cannot do it. Even sometimes in your doubting mind or the energy saying, actually, why do I need to do that? What's the point of doing that? Okay. Now, just simply write that as just either topic, just not explanation on a paper, just write down. It can be parenting. It can be today's to-do. Just write something down on the corner. So you kind of give me a sense. Do not write a lot. The point is not writing a lot, just the topic. And also, it's actually interestingly, I'm helping you to just choose. Many times it's a functional freeze. You don't know which one you need to choose because there are so many. So just in a sense, practice. This is someone just choose one, and then the rest of it was still there. Just this call it focus train. Your mind needs to have a focus training, right? So just choose one, just write down, learn to just make a decision, just small decisions like this at this moment, instead of not just waiting. Okay, so you did that? Everybody did it. Can you nod it so that I know everybody has it? Okay, perfect. Now, can you draw a circle on a paper? You draw a circle. And that empty space that you see in a circle is representing your inner world. Now I'm going to move to the next. Just look at that circle while the topic that you wrote in your mind. And then now, maybe those who wanted to really feel what it feels like to be inside, maybe close your eyes. Those who don't want it, you don't need to do it that way. But just pause and imagine your circle. Since you looked at it, you drew it with a topic in your mind, and just notice what's happening inside of your body. What sensations do you notice? What kind of feelings are present? What are the little words that are floating along with it? The purpose is I want you to actually activate that. So I know sometimes it feels unpleasant, but stay with it, feel it, and then notice it is a chest or your diaphragm or your stomach. Where? Once you start feeling almost like, oh, I don't like this feeling, would you place your hand over where you feel it? Just notice that this part of your body is trying to tell you something we have been not listening to. Yeah. Nod it if you feel it. Like you at least doesn't need to be so unbearable. Just yes, I feel that. I feel that things when I hold that topic. Now, open your eyes and then let it show up, that sensation or thoughts and feelings that you felt. Now express that as a symbol, shapes, scribble. Maybe try to use less word if it's possible, but if it's difficult, it's okay. So just express it now. It can be messy, just be real, don't censor it. This is why your body holds alone and wants to communicate with you. So basically make it visible on the paper. When those who are done, you can put it on a maybe the hand there so that I kind of know you guys are done. Yep. Perfect. Perfect. Okay, I assume that I'll give Sunny a little bit of time. So maybe 10-second-ish, and then I'll move on. Thank you, Katie. All right, Sunny, are you done? Okay, perfect. Now, would you take a look at your circle? What do you see? You see something now, but then remember, there's a part of you who knows what needs to be done. You named it earlier, right? The topic, remember? You held it in your mind when you began drawing it. So this thing that you are seeing on a page, that's another part that expresses itself on this page. That's the part that's feeling something different than I know it needs to be done. Are you following what I'm saying? So what I'm doing is parts work. So now represent the knowing part. The earlier you said it needs to be done. Everybody say you know that needs to be done. Knowing part, now somehow inside the circle, express that. Because you know that there's a part of you who knows that that needs to be done. Yeah? So just in the circle, somehow express that knowing part. And that part actually even knows that probably she or he can use this lot of energy to talk to God about what needs to be done. So those who are done, you can again put the sign so I know you did that. Okay. So now you see both parts on your circle. I would say one part, whatever that you name it, if you want to be playful, you can even name that. Like the knowing part, actually that part knows what needs to be done. And then even aware it's better to talk to God about this, whatever that you need to do. You know what I'm talking about? But then there is a feeling part. That part feels somewhat different. Oh, I don't know what to do. And so I rather spend time on like thinking about it or not wanting to do it, like not turning towards. We've been talking about turning towards home. But in micro moment, this is what happened. I know something needs to be done. Probably it's better for us to talk to God about it. But instead of talking to God about it, turning towards home, we keep like, I don't know what to do. What's the point of doing it? Like, so we spend a lot more energy on thinking like that, and then that's represented in your circle. This is your internal conflict made visible. Now, do you remember that whatever the image that I asked you to draw, many of us, it was circle? Do you remember that? Now, draw that image or the symbol that you receive from the very beginning. To me, I'm going to draw the very big circle over it because God holds this struggle, you know, the one that who knows that I need to or want to talk to God about this thing, and also the one that who cannot go and rather kind of just keep circling around thinking that I don't know what to do or I cannot do. So would you express God's ever-present presence of goodness, the spiritual reality? So express that. In Christ, all things are held together. God's goodness does not erase this conflict that you are holding. In fact, God's goodness holds this all of you. All of your parts are held in God's goodness. And then also indicate that you are done with that part. All right. Okay. Sunny and Barbara, are you done? Yes. All right. Now take a deep breath. Even look around. Yep, Christine doing it. Like put the hands on the chest and just look around. Man, it's just so nothing but like it is very something. Things are stirred. Ah, right? Yeah, give yourself some break. Look around. I'm looking at the sky. All right. Now look at your circle. Do you see that this feeling part is holding a lot? It might be, or it has been a long time, this part has been wanting to tell you something important. And this is important. Listen to my direction with genuine curiosity. As if, like if Jody, just like as a grandma Jody, really not the mom with a little kid when I was little. Like now you have this much more gracious and much more space that grandma Jody, genuine curiosity towards your grandchildren, or just like your whatever your professional self, you are a therapist, you know how to ask genuine, curious question. And then you might ask this question. And then you might even write it down as I say, as a way to hold this question. So I'll say it, I'll model it. And then you are looking at the feeling part, the very beginning you express it. And then I'll say it. What are you worried about happening? So I'll say it again. So you might write it down as a way of you even ask that question. Okay. What are you worried about happening? If that doesn't resonate, just it's okay. I'll ask another question. What are you trying to protect me from? So again, I'm going to say it again. What are you trying to protect me from? So write that down. And then just sit with it. Don't try to, but then those who probably already have an answer, don't think about the answer. Just wait and listen. Notice what comes up. It can be a words or picture. And just jot down what comes up on your drawing. What are you worried about happening? What are you trying to protect me from? What are you trying so hard to keep it from coming? What are you trying so hard to stop that to come again? Those are all same questions. So don't write like a lot. The more that we started writing so much that you know that we are engaged, our left brain will be much at this moment. You are just loosely hold it and just be open to it. I assume that everybody's done with that part? Not? Are you done with that part? Okay. All right. You just listen to your feeling part. The part has been working really hard. It's been doing its best to have you continue moving forward in the only way it knows how. For the next part, you are going to bring this feeling part to God. not to be fixed, not to make it go away, but to let God see it, hear it, understand it, hold it in love and His guidance. So pause. I have 19 minutes. So I wanted to check in with you because I'm aware of the time and you guys are familiar with the Emmanuel journaling, so that I could, this moment, I could have you do the listen to God, but then I wanted to also, this is a space that where we can learn why we're doing things. So I'm gonna pause, but something in me saying instead of keep going, because we might not be able to finish it. So I'm gonna pause and ask you guys your feedback on what it was like for you to go through this. What happened? What meaning? What are you noticing? What are you discovering? Then let me check in and then I might decide which way I'm gonna go. Okay, Jamie. Thank you.
So just some quick observations. In the very beginning, with my first drawing of being held, I was a little awkward, like uncertain starting, like I didn't know what was going to show up in the paper. But once I drew it and, I drew a circular object with a semblance of hands holding, I noticed what stood out was as soon as I drew the hands holding like this big beach ball like object, I smiled, like a smile came to my face as I drew something being held. There was just this satisfying feeling of, I don't know, something round and big just being held by something and just the softness and roundness of it. I know, that's the best my words can do to describe it. I'm trusting you guys will fill it in with your own imagination. So I noticed that. And then when you had us do the second part of drawing the other circle with our feelings and you said it so perfectly, and it's the part that part of me that knows what needs to be done, but why don't I do it? Kind of all wrapped into one. I don't do it. I know to do it, but I still observe and notice I don't do it along with you. So that totally resonated. As soon as I enveloped that one with the original part, well, let me take a quick step back. The drawing of that circle, the feeling circle, where we're getting in touch with what we're feeling, what is present in our feelings of unease, that came really quick. Like I was surprised how quickly it came. Almost easier than the first being held part. Then when I overlapped it, that same smile came back
Hmm. Hmm.
from the original satisfied feeling of this kind of Korean word is just popping up. It's 느낌, but it's like it means feeling, but it's a little more nuanced because it's kind of tactile feeling.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, that same satisfying feeling came back. So that's just quick observations and I'm just holding it. I love that I don't have to fix it. I don't have to analyze it. This just is. And the word just coexistence comes to mind at this moment.
So good, so good, so good, Jamie. I think this is it. I think we need to, if you guys want it, you can even, John, if you can divide them into group, I would love, I mean, they are small enough that I think we can all learn, but if you don't feel comfortable sharing right here, I'd love you to be in a small group and sharing The reason is this exercise that I developed, and you know that I'm writing a book, and then that book is not going to be about just theory alone. My really mission in this world, I feel like, how could someone like Emmanuel journaling sequence, how could we get in touch with this internal conflict? Sometimes when it gets so intense, easily we will look at it no matter what. But what about the time that I don't feel it? We talked about activation and regulation. So then thus, because of that, all sincere follower of Christian, we know that it's better to use that energy to talk to God about it. We know it. We're even aware of it. We even want to do it. But automatically we pulled into different direction. We've been naming it through nervous system. We learned about it. And that's why this sequence was developed, basically based upon the parts. And then the next part is IJ, basically. So I'm just facilitating, but then not without a facilitator, because when it is too much activated, you need to sit with somebody else co-regulating presence. But day to day, as a part of your examination of your day, and then know that, I didn't know that I was holding this internal conflict. When it is unbearable, of course we'll talk to God. Yeah? So how are we going to develop a lifestyle in a way that's so simple, so easy? I can keep turning towards God. Bring that thing to God. And this exercise I designed and tested out with people. I see that, like Jamie said, people are surprised. Like, huh? Like, huh? I didn't know that I had that much activation underneath. I didn't know that. So I love you. If you guys wanted to go in a separate room and then you will talk amongst yourself, would that be better? Or you want to just be here and then talk? How does, can somebody give me feedback?
And I think at this time, just stay together because of the
Okay.
time.
Okay.
Realistically.
Okay. All right. So Christine, yes.
Yeah. Unlike Jamie with energy, though there was energy around the feeling part, I feel extremely tired. Not tired in a natural way, but like uh, uh, I don't I can't explain it. I feel like I overwhelmed tired after that. I'm very curious about it because yeah, it's not from the day or something, you know. Mm.
Yes. It makes sense to me. So need to be we see that's why it's helpful. You already have a knowledge of nervous system then. Which part comes to talk to you, Christine? What's your guess?
Oh, I mean, you mean parasympathetic?
Yeah, in terms of color, what color show up when you
Oh, the color. Yes. Oh, yes, it's more of the what is that critter down there? The possum.
like or like the pink one.
Mm.
So of course that's why we don't wanna slow it down and have it show up. But it showed up. It looks like that to me. So I don't know.
Yeah.
We need to decide, but that's why also information and education is very regulating to me. Otherwise, we are
Mhm.
like, what was that? Okay, Jamie showed up like that. Like that person showed up like that. But why mine is like that? I told you there's not the exact or answer for you. Humble speculation is that the bottom dorsal part has been right there, but because we invited it, it show up on the paper.
Mm.
And no wonder we don't want to go there. We don't want to look at it. If I see it long enough, like you see, you would feel this drain of energy. But that's why it's important. Once I have you see it, we need to hold, just let that part be held by God again. See, since we don't know how to navigate it, That's why no wonder we avoid looking at it, either frantic energy or tired energy. That's what my clients keep telling me every week. They are suffering and they don't know what to do. But we need to see it first. And I'm glad that I didn't go. So this is experiential first, almost teaching, educating you again, like knowing that that's what Christine, that's what show up as a feeling part. Is that helpful to you? Yeah. So just if we are educated, their part doesn't need to do any more activity or writing. Just hold that person. Like that's why maybe you did that. Just naturally your body knows what she needs. What she needs is not journaling. Intervention needs to be tailored, but then it comes with education. Part of it is knowing how this kind of nervous system works and needs. It cannot be cookie cutter. Today, Christian is that tired. Tomorrow, it might show up that very lot of energy, right? So cannot just do the same thing and always expecting the same result. That's why it just takes time to know what show up or who show up, what they are looking for. So very wonderful. I'm so glad that you share so that other people can understand as well. Thank you, Christine. All right. Maybe one more person. It's my invitation and opportunity for you to be quote unquote coached or guided. Yeah.
So Sungsham,
Yes.
it was a relief to me to write that second circle because there's so much going on.
Yeah.
And there's just a bunch of scribbles of all the different little, oh, you can't see it, but you can't see it. But there's exclamation points and question marks and squiggles and things coming in and things going out, and I don't know what to do.
That's right.
So to see all of it there and then to have the arms and the presence that just holds me in that place, I'm okay, even with all that going on. But to identify it is such a relief.
Ooh.
I felt tension in my face, and as soon as it started coming out, it's like, oh yeah, that keeps me up at night. And then the next night I sleep good because something else happened and I sleep good.
That's right. That's right.
And then at the very end of it all, it's the IJ part of it. I just hear God saying, I will show you what to do.
That's right.
It's like, oh. So this was really a good exercise.
Yeah, it's an exercise. At the same time, I have written down. Basically, it's an exercise, IJ exercise, but then I've been really struggling to address this question I have and I observe in clients, even Christians. We know it's better to use that energy to talk to God about it. And it's not about guilt. For some reason, we are aware that it's better to talk to God about it. I'm talking about prayer life. At the same time, whatever the reason is, somehow it doesn't pull me into that direction, but the other direction. See, I wanted to address that because it's not that you don't know, right, Jody? It's better to talk. We know that it's better to talk to God.
Yes.
But then somehow something so forceful pull me into the other direction, and without even my intention, keep thinking and figuring it out, like even trying not to think about it. Many things are constantly happening, or like Christian, so exhausted, like there's no energy left to even think about it. How do we tend to that reality? That's where people are stuck.
Yes.
And you and I too. It's not just people.
Yes.
So basically, this exercise that I facilitate is just a long observation and just curiosity and education and just go after it and like, okay, maybe it doesn't mean that this is just but we have to leave that out every day. The days that even better, those are the days that we need to, not the day that overwhelm. Maybe if it's a lifestyle, maybe like it's a prayer, talk to God with the small things like that. That's what we want, but we don't do it, right?
Yeah. Mhm.
Why? Because we don't know what to do, how to do it. But like if I teach them how to do this circle thing that I just help you to do, wouldn't it be so nice? Just like another IJ sequence was a just give to the world. Maybe this is another way that people can access God's presence.
Mhm. And it almost feels like you said, accesses our right brain rather than our left brain.
That's right.
So there's something about that that goes deeper because
That's
I can intellectually think of all the words and write them down,
right.
but the pictures go
That's right.
they go deeper.
That's right. That's right.
I like that.
All right. Thank you, Jody. And I would love to hear other people as well. Like, oh, Barbara, yes.
Thank you. I have a question. So
Yeah.
just this morning, I was asking in my quiet time, I was asking that very same question. Why, when I know I should go to God, I just feel that pull, just the exact same question, because I know that that's where my answer is. So I just want to make sure I'm understanding. It sounds to me, so I was trying to journal it and trying to go through all this, what part is here, what is showing up, what is it trying to tell me? But this sounds so simple that I simply have God hold this part with his arms around me.
Yeah.
And I don't have to engage the part in one sense directly, but through my right brain. And my image was it sounds exactly like Jamie. I had this figure with this huge arms just encircling me. It was when she said that, I thought, oh, that's
Isn't
just
that
what I
weird?
do.
Yeah. Oh.
So,
Okay, Barbara, hold
yeah.
on. Yeah, I will love to share something. So, okay. Theoretically, what's happening is this.
Okay.
Everybody hears it. Probably you guys are interested in this. So you guys know the sympathetic, that blue part or blue section in terms of nervous system, or that those who heard about the parts work, it's your fighter, your protector, your guardian angel. Everybody kind of has a different, people teaches different thing. The fighter, right? Okay. So you are right. At the end of it, God hold it. But which part that people, my clients, I cannot seem to do it. So just let's name it. This exercise is like Emmanuel journaling. It'll be a very eloquent, science-based sequence. But what part that people will not be able to do alone is that we don't want to feel that. Remember the part that draw it?
Yes.
Make it almost like I made it like bigger, like feel it, stay with it. Where is it? I just said it. I made it, activate it. Do you remember?
Yes.
That part without the facilitator, just automatically, like, oh no. Why in the right mind, in your mind, you want to amplify that?
Right.
We are not stupid. Because when I go there, like Christine, I'm staying there enough that I'm going to be exhausted. Why I go there? Already life is busy. See that part, that's protector who knows how to navigate. That's why I make it my language is very intentional. I said that part knows how to let your life move forward. That's life force. It's a beautiful, but we Christians really don't like that part. So our relationship with our fighter and protector is very bad. At this point, very hate relationship. So it's not gonna be good over a year or 2 years, trust me.
Okay.
So if the takeaway is like, okay, if I do this and just be held by God, yes, answer is clear. But then, for us to get to the real genuine sense of being held, we have to go through the gate of this.
We have to allow it to be.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right. But then again, Barbara, if I feel like that's something, I have to let it be allowed. then
Mm.
even like that, like oh, you're not
Right, right.
right,
You
yeah,
could fight against that too, right?
that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. That's why I chose to use this right brain thing, very simple kindergarten drawing, somebody facilitate, and then we gotta do those kind of things over and over and over again. Melt it a little bit, melt it a little bit, like that.
Okay. Thank
Does
you.
is it helpful to you, Barbara?
It is, it is. So you can't, there, just like with you're talking about earlier on the other sequences, it is a sequence
That's
in a
right, sequence.
sense, and you
That's
can't
right.
bypass one to get to the other.
That's absolutely right. Exactly it. Yeah. Yeah. It's a narrow road.
Okay,
Not many will take it
Mm,
because not many will take it.
it's true.
Yep. And it's okay if you don't want to choose it. God still loves you. That's what I tell my client.
Mm.
God never overrides you. You are not going to be punished. If it's just too much, put that aside. It's all right. Our salvation is not in question. But just
Right.
again, if you choose, just know that not many will take this road. And that's all right.
Mm.
All right, Barbara, I'm praying for you. Like I
Thank
want everybody to
you.
pray for Barbara too. She's recovering from her procedure. So anyway, guys, that's it. And then there's a second part of a sequence is how to do Emmanuel journaling. Maybe I'll introduce it next time. So we'll maybe have it all together. But again, this second part, it's not about the answer, like what Jamie said, coexist. Learning to just hold it coexist needs to be really taking place. Okay. All right. Love you all.
Bye.
Love you. Bye-bye.
Everyone.
Bye.
Bye-bye.